BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
What's up, guys? Chef Jeff, this dope cooking show. If you are here, you heard that Chef Jeff, has a cooking show called This Dope Cooking Show, and it is on every Tuesday at 5:30 without fail. Welcome to the show. So look, we talked about breakfast, right? This is episode 2 of our breakfast series. I've been doing breakfast forever. When I say forever, like forever. Ever. Like, I mean, to be honest, the ideal shift for a chef is the breakfast shift. We get in early as I don't know what, and we get out early as I don't know what. I mean, the only thing is that you fall asleep because you're tired, because you've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get breakfast started, right? I mean, that's just the way it is, breakfast shift. So look, I started breakfast years ago. I'm talking about years ago. One of my main jobs that I was at was the Embassy Suites, St. Charles, Missouri. Embassy Suites, Lambert Airport, and then the Embassy Suites, Vanderbilt when I moved to Nashville, right? So all three of those jobs, I was the breakfast cook. Breakfast chef, breakfast cook. At the time, I was just the breakfast cook. I went in, I made omelets, I made breakfast galore, and got about that thing. I was gone, I was out work probably 1:30, 2 o'clock. Shoot, I got the rest of the day to do something, but really not for real. Because after about 6 o'clock, 7, you start getting sleepy. And then you randomly doze off and fall asleep places. So it has its pros and its cons. But today I'm going to share with you guys a 3 sausage biscuits and gravy. I know. You ain't never heard of it. I know, because I know. Of course not, right? One thing about breakfast, you can get all kinds of creative, and it's no right or wrong answer, right? It's okay. So, I'm not the traditional breakfast person anymore. I just got creative and started doing all kind of stuff, and so this one is just one that I kind of threw together one day. So I want to share it with y'all because take it and do with it what you want, what you will, but you learned it from this dope cooking show. So the next time you do something for breakfast, you can pop this one out, and they're gonna be like, "Well, where did you learn it?" This dope cooking show with Chef Jeff. I mean, that's the goal of this whole thing, is to make you the talk of the next party, bar mitzvah, whatever you go to with your food, or wherever you prepare for food. You make you the person that's always in charge, right? Yeah. So look, we gonna get started. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things, but we're gonna do everything from scratch, right? So our gravy mix is gonna be from scratch. Okay. And it's real simple. I mean, you can buy gravy, already made sausage gravy from the store, but why? Right? I mean, if you're in a hurry, sure. But if you got time, it's the same thing. It's all good. So our recipe today for our gravy, our base for our gravy is a white gravy, right? And so it's going to be 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 cups of milk, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of pepper. You can go a little heavy on the pepper if you want to be visible. You can put red pepper flake in it if you want it to be spicy. You can put chicken base in it if you want it to have a little taste to it. It's up to you, totally up to you. But that is the base for our gravy, right? And then we're going to add our sausages in there, okay? So our sausage today is going to be some smoked sausage. Yep, I know. You're already thinking what? Smoked sausage. You're going to have the traditional breakfast sausage, right? We're going to do crumbled up. We're going to cook off some of that. And then we're going to add some beef kielbasa sausage. I know you ain't never seen that nowhere, right? But I be going to stores looking for stuff ain't nobody ever saw. And I went to Winco. I'm going to tell you, I went to Winco middle of the night. I don't know if you know, But where I live, there's a store called Winco, and it is 24 hours. You can go there and grocery shop at 3 in the morning if you want to. I know why. How I know? Because I did it. I went there one day. I don't know what I wanted something. Was looking for something. Maybe I may have had to do something, make something for somebody. And yeah, I know I was working a night job, and it was terrible. And once I got off work, I couldn't sleep. I came home, and Doc was asleep, and she was like, "Well, I wake up, but no. I mean, you know what I mean? People, when you work daytime, you don't want nobody to bother you and interrupt your sleep, right?" And so I think I had maybe it must have been some shrimp and grits or something I had to make. So I went to the store at 3:30 in the morning. Winco was open. All the people were there, and they was working and doing what they was doing. People were stocking shelves, telling you where to go. They was making sure that you knew that this aisle was blocked off, and you was the next one. And if you needed something off this aisle, they could get it for you. Customer service in the middle of the night, and it was a nice, decent amount of people in there grocery shopping. Take that information, do with what you want. But I mean, if you ever can't sleep and you want to go grocery shopping, Winco is open for you and all of your grocery needs. Speaking of groceries, I went to the grocery store and spent $475. What is I'm blaming everything on the tariffs. Everything is the tariffs. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you swing it. I'm blaming it all on the tariffs because what? So I call myself, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm gonna get some groceries in the house, right? $475. And here's the crazy part about that whole thing. I still could go back to the store and probably spend another $200. It's insane. It's insane. So it's about to be a once a month thing around here. I mean, hey, put it on the list. And when it's time to go to the grocery store, make sure what you want, what you need is on the list, and we'll get it then. Until then, you got to thug it out. Cause what in the world? I just can't imagine having to do that like every week, twice every 2 weeks. No way. There's no possible way. I need to call my mama and ask her, did me and my brother eat a lot? Because these two dudes, they get down, they get to it. I mean, if it's snacks here, they snack it. If it's food here, they eat it. I mean, it's just I don't know. That's maybe because they're bored. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask my mama. See what she say of what we did. You know, crazy, crazy times. Crazy, crazy times. Eggs are not down. Don't you listen to nobody but Chef Jeff, because I go to the store a lot. And the price of eggs have not dropped. Okay. I don't know what size eggs you get. I like to get the large eggs, the 18 count, because we eat a lot of eggs around. They eat a lot of eggs around here. I do not. But the eggs they be getting eaten. And you I'm telling you, the eggs still up there. Price is up. And also, I don't know if I ever told y'all this before, but grocery shopping on the weekend ain't where it's at. I know that's kind of like where we have a lot of our time, and a lot of people plan to go to the grocery store on the weekend. But I'm telling you, the prices are marked up on the weekend. I'm gonna tell you. Here's an example. I went in the store on a Thursday to get some chicken breast. It was $7. It was probably about a 2-pound package of chicken breast. Now we're talking about the untrimmed ones, the big ones. You know what I'm talking about? Not the big pack, but the little small pack, right? It's probably about three good sized chicken breasts in there. $7.11. Didn't get them. I'm like, I'll come back. Went back. Similar packaging. Same 3 chicken breasts. Similar, somebody probably got the one that was $7, right? Same pack, went to the same area. Same 3 chicken breasts. $11.45. You gotta pay attention. Gotta pay attention. Gotta be looking. Gotta be looking because they be marking this stuff up, right? And so, hey, I just want to let y'all know so that way y'all can pay attention to what's going on in the grocery store, and we're not just buying stuff just because we need it. You gotta be a little smart, right? And if you're not doing it on a random Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, go to the grocery store. Get that out the way so you don't have to do that on Saturday. Saturday, you can just wake up, thank God, and roll over. All right, we finna get started, guys. Call your friends, tell a friend, tune in. We cooking this dope cooking show, episode 2 of the breakfast series, 3 sausage, biscuits, and gravy. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. This dope cooking show, episode 2 of the breakfast series, 3 sausage, biscuits, and gravy. Right? We didn't go fancy on the biscuits, right? We didn't do no homemade biscuits. Chef Jeff don't really bake, but we're gonna go ahead and turn our oven on for these biscuits in a can because they was 79 cents at the store. And I don't know about you, but I ain't hate. It's all good. So we're gonna set our oven 350. Boom, get that ready. As you can see, we got a little vegetable on the cutting board there. So I'm gonna add some peppers and onions to the sausage mix just to give it a little razzle and dazzle, and not do too much because we're not making too much. So we're gonna do a little sliver there of the pepper. We're gonna do some nice size pieces, nice size dice, small dice, um, just so that way it'll be prevalent in the gravy, right? Push that off to the side. Then we're gonna do a little onion to go with that. So let me tell y'all how things come full circle sometimes. So y'all know that I worked at the Embassy Suites coming up, Embassy Suites St. Charles, Embassy Suites St. Louis Airport, and the Embassy Suites Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, told y'all I don't work that night job no more, right? Well, cause I got a new job. And I got a new job at the Embassy Suites where I live. Mind your business. Don't worry about where I'm at. So, interesting how it all came about. My phone rings. It was like, hey, this is Robert with Embassy Suites. And now, mind you, I hadn't really been like applying anywhere. Just kind of like randomly, just, throw the resume here, throw the resume there. No real big aspirations of thinking anybody was gonna call. Because let me tell y'all something. Sometimes Indeed put job postings up and they be dummies. They don't be really, them places don't really be hiring, right? So you're gonna take it with a grain of salt. I don't be tripping. There's our peppers and our onions. Boom, we got that. We're gonna set that off to the side. I wasn't really tripping. So I had really kind of locked my mind into where I was at the hospital. Like, okay, boom, this is where we're gonna be at, this is where we're gonna work, we're gonna make the best out of it. Now, mind you, I have been dealing with people just not liking me because I was me. You know what I mean? Somebody said I was cocky, somebody said I was an a-hole. I don't care. I wasn't no asshole. I was just really being me, right? I like to have fun, I like to play, I like to, enjoy myself wherever I'm at. Now, if that don't fit your business, then tell me so I can go on about my business. This is what it is. And so for me, I just was like, okay, sure, no problem. I moved on. No big deal at all, right? But it just became daunting. One of those things where like, dang, I ain't even done none of y'all. Like, why you don't like me? You know what I mean? You mad because I cook better than you. That's really what it is. It boiled down to. And that didn't even come from me. That came from a customer. It was like, we come down here when he cooking. Any other time we don't. Because y'all can't cook. Well, I didn't say it. You know what I mean? So why I get in trouble? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So, get a phone call. Hi, this is Robert. I would like to talk to you about this position. So I'm thinking. So this is our kielbasa sausage. We're just gonna use a little bit of it because we're not gonna do too much, right? We don't want a whole lot of gravy, sausage gravy. We just want a little bit. So, and you'll see. We're just gonna cut this guy just like this. Boom. All right. Chunks of beef sausage in there. Yeah. So the guy called, was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about this position." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Now, mind you, I ain't thought nothing about the position because I forgot I applied to it, and I really was just BSing one night, up, couldn't go to sleep, was just kind of like playing around and applying to stuff. I'm like, "Well, shoot, if this person could be, if Donald Trump could be the president, I could do whatever I don't want to do. Everything I want to do because shoot, he the president. He ain't got no clue what he doing." So I'm like, "Well, shoot, I could just try some stuff, right?" So I'll be applying to all kind of stuff. I don't even know the name of it. CAD engineers and all kind of stuff. I don't know. So I'm like, well, shoot, I'm gonna go for it. So this and then too, I was like, okay, well, let me humble myself a little bit because maybe it's me, right? Sometimes during your travels in life, you have to turn around and look at the person in the mirror, and it could possibly be you. So I was like, well, maybe it's me. That's cool. I accept that. I accept my flaws. I accept who I am, what I am. You know what I'm saying? I accept that. No big deal. Cool. Well, I had locked in, my mind, like, okay, this is where I'm gonna work at. I'm gonna be there. I ain't gonna, ruffle no feathers or nothing. We gonna work. We gonna grind it out here. I'm gonna retire from this place. Or we gonna, work our way into another position. That's what I was thinking. Cool, no problem, right? So, I get a phone call from this guy. He was like, "Hey, my name is Robert. I'd like to talk to you about the executive sous chef position." So I'm thinking, I ain't applied no executive sous chef job. What is he talking about? Apparently, I did. Didn't know it. I guess I just forgot or whatever. So, all right, no problem, no big deal. So we talking or whatever. So we talked on the phone probably about an hour and a half. And it really felt like I knew this guy, right? It really felt like I knew who I was talking to. I knew that this was somebody that I was like, okay, this is a pretty cool cat. You know what I mean? No big deal. Child. He was like, I want to bring you in for an interview. Okay. So I show up for the interview. And so he's giving me a tour. And as he's giving me a tour, he was like, this is your office. This is blah, blah, blah. So I was like, my office? Now, I ain't say this out loud, but I'm in my mind thinking like, my office? Like, what he talking? What buddy got going on? He had already made up in his mind, decided he was going to hire old Chef Jeff. Cool. Bet that. Because here we are. So I, decided to take the job. And so he offered me the position. Then when he called, he was like, I know it said executive sous chef, but we would just like to go ahead and move forward with you as the executive chef of the property. Say less then, my boy, because I'm in there. So, okay, well, I haven't got off on a tangent, but on the story time. But anyway, all right, so we got some green pepper, onion. We got two of our three different sausages in there. So we have some smoked sausage, and we have some beef kielbasa sausage. And then we're gonna put some mild breakfast sausage. Kroger brand, nothing fancy. Mild breakfast sausage in there to get the party started. So we got these two ingredients lined out. And we're gonna go ahead and get these cooked off when we come back. All right, guys, get ready to get this party started with our 3 sausage, biscuits, and gravy. Boom, 3 sausage, biscuits, and gravy. Say it 3 times fast. I dare you, because I can't do it. I'm just saying. Anyway, got our oven heating up, right? Because we are going to make us some biscuits. And then we getting ready to start building our 3 sausages for our gravy. Now, medium heat is what you want. Okay. A little butter in the skillet. And we're gonna get the going. So anyway, yeah, we had a great interview. I met everybody there the same day. And it was just one of those ones, like it was a God thing because my career has basically come full circle from where I started, really, really being engaged as a chef. Like when I was at Harris Casino, like it was cool. And it was kind of like just a job. It was fun, fresh out of high school. I was in culinary school at the same time. And it was just like, okay, yeah, cool, we could do this. And I was making a lot of money then. But when I started to go to Embassy Suites and work there, and the chef was kind of taking time to pour into me, different things that I should learn, it became fun, right? And so it was just how the cookie crumble. And yeah, so that's how I ended up with this new executive chef job. It is amazing. It is so fun. I'm having a ball. For whatever reason, not for whatever reason, I know exactly why. The other guy left. There was a whole scandal going on with him and the front desk manager and all that, but that ain't none of my business. And more power to him. Catch you down the road, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I didn't have nothing to do with it. And the guy has since got his stuff and said goodbye to those he wanted to say goodbye to. But yeah, the people are a little on edge. And so they was kind of concerned about if there was going to be anybody to help them, if there was going to be anybody who was the new chef, and is he a cool guy and all that kind of stuff. So I went to introduce myself, cracked a couple of jokes, and shoot, We in there. We in there like swimwear. We in there all the way. So you heard our buzzer. You heard the beeper go off. So that is for our biscuits. I mean, just a can of grams, just a can of gram biscuits. Just we're gonna keep it simple. I wasn't making no biscuits from scratch. Chef Jeff do not bake, and so hey, as a kid, would you get nervous when it came time to open the biscuits and they blew up, boom, like so? Did you get nervous? I did not. I don't think I did. Cool. And this can of biscuits about blew my finger off just that quick. We're gonna put about 4 of these guys in there. I'm gonna do one way and one another way. So we got our biscuits going in. Just 4. Put them in there. Follow the instructions on the box, on the can. 350 for what? 12 minutes. Yep. Nope. 14 minutes. 350 for 14 minutes. We'll get started. Get our peppers and onions going. Oh, we ain't hot enough. That's okay. Ain't worry about that. So yeah, we have started the gig, and it's going well so far. So that's where I'm gonna be at. Don't call me asking about no room discounts because I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, so yes, this biscuits and gravy recipe is something that I have tried one time before, and it went over well. So I figured I'd share it with you guys so that way you can share it with whomever is in your circle, and you can be known with the biscuits and gravy, the biscuits and gravy person. It's up to you, totally up to you. I promise you. So we're gonna go in with the peppers and onions, and then we didn't do a lot of the breakfast sausage because I didn't want it to be too porky. Too porky. I didn't want it to be too porky, so we're just gonna a little bit of that, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my peppers and onions and get them to a point. Then I'm gonna pull them off, set them to the side, cause we don't want to cook them, overcook those. So we're gonna get those to a point. Get them good and translucent. Get them good and sauteed. And just my just take your time. You ain't gotta rush this thing. Take your time. Boom. And so what we're looking for there is for the peppers and the onions to be fragrant. You want it to smell it in the house. Smell in your nose are good. How about this Diddy trial? What y'all think about the Diddy trial? I'm gonna tell you what, it is crazy, crazy. But I don't know, man. There is a stigma that every time a powerful black man gets close to doing something, he falls because of whatever's in his background or whatever he does off camera, off out of the public eye. Um, Example: Bill Cosby was supposed to buy NBC. Uh, I forget what Diddy was supposed to do, but I mean, they say it. I don't know how true that is. What y'all think? I don't know. I just think that you're gonna keep your business and stay out of stop being weird. That's just me. So anyway, we got our peppers and onions cooking. We got our biscuits in. This is a simple recipe, guys. You can do it really fast if you want to. I could have turned the fire up, but I want to take my time so that way you can see every step, and that way you'll know that like when you gotta rush this thing, it's still gonna be good and fire. Don't gotta rush it. How about the kids about to get out of school for the summer? Who ready? Cause I am not ready at all for the kids to be out of school for the summer. So we're gonna pull these off. We got the peppers and onions the way we wanted them. We're gonna pull them off, set them to the side. We'll add them back in later. Yes, school is about to be out. Jaden told me, my son told me, he was like, Dad, school's out Thursday. Thursday? Wait a minute. I'm not ready for none of that. So anyway, summer's approaching quickly. Summer is approaching very, very fast and in a hurry. So we just got a little bit of the raw sausage right here, right? Our other sausage is already, kind of done to a point, but we're gonna add that in later once we brown this off. So we're gonna brown off. I did like a handful, so a half a cup. If you want to put a measurement on it, 4 ounces. If you want to put a liquid measurement on it, 4 ounces of sausage. Put in there. We're just gonna brown it up. Brown this up. Once it get brown, we'll add our other sausages, right? And once those sausages get brown, to our desired doneness, then we'll add back in our peppers and onions and let them all marry together, play together, and be friends. Meanwhile, our biscuits are cooking, and then we'll get our um, gravy on, get ready to do our gravy, right? And so our gravy is gonna be real simple, and that'll be quick. So I just wanted to show you that we're gonna build it all together, build it all in pieces, and put it all together. We might add an egg on there. I don't know. We'll see if Doc wanna, you know, partake. If not, we're just gonna have these biscuits and gravy. It's gonna be us, and we're gonna have some, and then we're gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know. This dope cooking show, we be getting it in. So, congratulations to all the graduates. I've been seeing a lot of people graduate up and down my timeline. Shout out to the graduates of RWG STEM Academy. I hate I missed y'all. But Chef Jeff love y'all. Go off and be great. Go off and be great. Heartbreaking, I'm telling you. But it's okay. We are healing. We are moving on. We are detoxifying ourselves. And we are pushing to be better. Right? We just push to be better. So our sausages browned off. We're gonna add in our other sausages. Put them in there. Yeah. This whole healing thing is something. You gotta heal to be better. And I'm glad I got a couple people in my life that are committed to making sure, I don't flip that switch. It's very hard to flip the switch because you don't think about consequences. You don't think about the ramifications, repercussions. You don't think about how it could ruin your life. And so I have people in my life that are like, hey, yo, wait, hold up. I know you're mad. You can't do that. I know it hurt, but you can't do that, player. Now think about it. So I'm grateful for those people at this moment in my life because, yeah, some healing is taking place between me, them, and God. We're gonna be all right. So we have got our sausage in here, all of them, all three of them in there. All three of them in there. Don't mind the fat in the bottom. It's gonna be all right. They'll all come into play in a minute. So we got all that in there. We're gonna add those peppers back. Look at all those colors. Look at all the colors. A lot of color in there. And so you don't have to have the bland white gravy with pepper specks in it. You can have whatever you want, right? So this is what we got for our 3 sausage, biscuits and gravy. Yeah. And you could be daring. Now, let me tell you something else. You can take this, add 2 scrambled eggs to it, still make your gravy. Take a biscuit, put that on top of it, put your egg on top of that, and put your gravy on top of all that. That is a smothered biscuit. I might do that next week. I don't know. Breakfast series, we're going to be on this for a while. I got a lot of breakfast ideas and a lot of breakfast recipes that I can share with you guys. So let's just download those and get them out the way so that way we can move on. All right, we are done. That is done. If you could be here smelling all of these different smells from just this right here, I'm telling you, it's amazing. We're going to give our biscuits a check right quick. They are puffing up looking good because they Grand's biscuits. And so we got our mix for our gravy. When we come back, we're going to make our gravy. And then we're going to add it all together. We're going to put it on the biscuit. Then we're going to eat it. Boom. This is Dope Cooking Show. Right back with it, still in the same spot, still the same camera angle. New pot, TikTok pot still hanging in that tuck. I got a couple of them that's got some discoloration, but for the most part, they are still performing the way that they were supposed to perform. No scratching for real from the bottom. The non-stick is holding up well. It's just an all-around good pot. I'm good. I'm happy with these. I don't even know if they're still selling them on the TikTok shop. I don't even know what you can still get from the TikTok shop because what tariffs. I know I ordered some. So here's another thing about my new position. My whole kitchen is Spanish speaking. I am not. Challenge day one, walking in the door. Nobody knows what I'm saying. And I don't know what they saying. But we are working through it. We're getting through that thing. I'm telling you. We are really getting through that thing. So it's cool. We're working it out. If you saw me kind of slice those sausages in half, We got some leftover sausages, and so we're gonna add that to the dish too as well. So I ordered some real-time translation headphones, and they ain't got here yet. So I'm gonna have to go to Amazon and get some, figure it out. So recipe is 2 cups of milk. We got 1. We got 2. 2 cups of milk. Now, mind you, you gotta pay attention to this because you do not want that milk too scorched. Right? You have burnt up gravy. Then we want 2 tablespoons of flour. 2 tablespoons of butter, right? So get our butter out. We already had some ready to go. We sure did. So we got 2 tablespoons of butter right here, ready to go. Put that on in there. Boom. 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of flour. Gotta get out. I didn't have my measuring spoons out. My measuring spoons out. So what I want to do first is let that come to a simmer, right? Because once we add the flour in there, it's gonna get thick. We gotta keep stirring. But what we can do is continue to add our seasonings, which is a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now you can use cracked black, you can use like cracked black pepper, regular pepper, or you can use like sometimes when I did it in the restaurant, we did the table ground pepper. Why? Because it would stick out in the gravy. Also, because we are using a couple of different sausages that have salt content, you want to go probably real light on the salt, just because of what's going to add later. We're going to do a little bit here, just a little bit of that. And then we're going to go with the pepper. The pepper's in there, boom. Child, one time I made this and it was so hot, I had to start over. So be careful with the pepper. It's not going nowhere. It's not going to dissolve or none of that. So be careful with the pepper. Now, salt, pepper, that's all we use. That's it. Those are 2 seasons we're going to use. We're going to let that come to a little simmer. Then we're going to add our flour in there. And that's it. That's going to be it. So we're going to do that part. We're going to check our biscuits one more time because I don't want them to get too, oh yeah, they're ready. I don't know about y'all, but I like light-skinned biscuits. That's just me. I mean, judge mama. But boom, them are perfect. Those are perfect biscuits. That's what you want. Perfect biscuits right there. Not too hard. None of that. So that biscuits are done. So all we're doing is this base right here. Once we get this base, once this gets to moving around, get a little simmer on it, we're gonna be ready to go full tilt boogie. And this is not the whisk that I want to use. This is all right. I paid $20 for the big box of paper towel. A roll of paper towels. Hate to see me coming, but good lord, $20. A lot, quite a bit. I don't know. I just wasn't ready for this grocery store run that I just made. I kind of did it on a whim. I really went there to get some pants. I was like, okay, let's get this too. Let's get this too. Oh, might as well get that. Might as well get that. Next thing I know, I had 2 carts full of stuff. I walked out the store by myself with 2 carts. What the what? Anyway, all right. We got a little bit of, you see a little smoke wisping off of there. So we're going to go ahead and add our 2 tablespoons of flour. Only 2. Only 2 of them. And then we're going to whisk it up. And as that cooks, that's going to get thick. So we're going to thicken all that and go let this get thick. Right? And then we're going to add in our other ingredients. Make it one big happy family. We're going to pour it over these biscuits that y'all just saw. And boom, we're going to have us some gravy. 3 sausages, biscuits and gravy. This Dope Cooking Show. The breakfast series. Tell your friends we're doing breakfast every episode. Probably for the next month or and a half. We're doing breakfast. So I want to do some omelets as well. And sometimes people be ordering Denver omelets. They don't know what they order. So I want to make sure that y'all know when y'all be like, give me a Denver omelet, that you ordering the right thing. Just like when you order a martini, dry, you know what I mean? Well, you gotta know what you get. So we're gonna let this come to a little bit of a more of a simmer. We're gonna add in our stuff. It's gonna thicken up. It's gonna be real good. And boom, we having us some biscuits, 3 sausage gravy. We'll be right back. All right, here's an update with our gravy. There we go. I think we done got it. Boom. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in our sausage stuff. And it's up to you. You can add a little, you can add a lot. It's up to you, however you want it. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna mix it up, get it in there. Get it in there. Get it in there. I put all of it in there. Cause why not? There we go. And that's it. Check us out. Boom. Look at all that. It's ready to go. That's ready to go already. This dope cooking show. We got the gravy ready. We're gonna plate them up, and we're gonna eat us something in a minute. We're gonna let it simmer just a little while longer so everybody get to play together. You always want your flavors and your spices and all that to get together. You know how they say, if you let stuff sit overnight, it'll be taste better the next day. And that's very well, it's been proven to be true. It is a true statement. So you want it to kind of simmer, kind of sweat the sausage and the peppers and all that, sweat in that gravy. And then you want to make sure before you finally put it over the biscuits, that it's at your desired thickness, how you want it, right? You can always thin it out, you can always make it thicker, but you can't, don't do too much. So you want to make sure that you got it where you want it before you serve it. So this is perfect consistency, thick, but still able to move, so you get a good pour over your biscuits, right? And I think, nah, we're gonna leave it that way. I was gonna put an egg on it, but I ain't gonna eat the egg. I don't want to waste it because eggs is $37 million a piece right now. So once our sausage get done, we're gonna plate it up. We're gonna eat. I had already started eating before y'all got here. It was so good, but I just wanted to, at least show y'all I was eating it because I'm killing it. Biscuits and gravy. Yep. That's how I knew it would be. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Can't say nothing because it's so good. But always be careful of your seasonings. Once you finish your gravy, taste it to make sure it's your desired degree of tastiness. If there's enough salt, enough pepper, however you want it to be, right? You can put as much pepper as you want to, whatever kind of pepper you want to. I'm just not a fan of hot. So I don't want to have to deal with that, right? And you can use hot sausage. You can use mild sausage. I had a 4-pepper sausage here that I wanted to use, but I ain't know we ate it. But it's cool. And then you add whatever ingredients you want to. You don't have to add the onions and the peppers. You can just keep it simple. It's your gravy, it's your sauce, so you do what you want to with it. So I wanted to be just a little snazzy and do something different. But I told you I've done this before, so it worked. You can do this at your next brunch, breakfast gathering, family come over to the house and eat for breakfast, biscuits and gravy, 3 sausage, biscuits and gravy. It's so good. I don't want to stop eating it, but it's rude to talk with your mouth full. So anyway, do it with me or with you. This dope cooking show, we did it again on our breakfast series, 3 sausage, biscuits and gravy. I'll catch y'all next week because I'm about to eat. Peace.